There are plenty of businesses out there that dedicate hours to manually handling their invoicing, and in some instances, delegating this to the weekend. You should be spending your time on the important things. If you're sick of manually creating, checking, sending, and then following up your invoices, this is the right video for you. Hi there, I'm Alex Knowles from automationhelpers.com, and we help companies like yours get automated through portals, apps, and integrations. In this video, I want to help your business reclaim valuable time and stop dedicating hours to manual invoice tasks. That time should be better spent focusing on the more critical aspects of your operations, strategy, and growth. So let's dive in and look at the tools we'll be using to set up this custom automated invoicing system. To automate our invoicing processes, we're going to use Make.com, an automation platform that connects hundreds of tools, allowing you to streamline your workflows and reclaim your time. Yes, this workflow is possible to automate with a bunch of other automation tools, but today we'll be looking at Make. Let us know in the comments what tools you want to see in future videos. To handle the invoicing, we'll be using Xero, as it's one of the most popular cloud-based accounting platforms. But yes, I'll let you know again, this is possible using other invoicing platforms like QuickBooks, Zoho, FreshBook, and others. But for this video, we're just going to use Xero. Okay, we're going to be setting up this workflow. When our work management system is updated, we then search for our Xero customer or client. Then we will have two possible paths. Path one, to create a client if none is found, then create the invoice. Path two, just simply create an invoice. Now, while this automated workflow does focus on generating a Xero invoice to send to your client, you can still follow along if you're looking for a way to generate invoices on behalf of your employees and make sure they get paid. For this example, a Xero invoice is created when an event occurs in your work management system. That could be Airtable, Monday.com, ClickUp, Asana, even Google Sheets. So let's dive in and learn how you can set up this custom automated invoicing system. This is Make.com, an automation tool that enables you to build automated workflows. Now, within Make, an automated workflow is referred to as a scenario. So let's create one. Up here in the top right, create a new scenario. Now, the first step in this automated workflow is to decide what's going to trigger it. What platform, tool, app do you want to tell Xero, hey, they've finished a project, now we need to send the invoice? So for me, that's going to be ClickUp, but don't worry, you can still follow along because this process is the same for Airtable, Monday, even Google Sheets, just with some slight variations. So I'm going to search for ClickUp, search for your tool, and you want to select Watch Tasks. Then you'll need to add your account. I've already connected my ClickUp account. So once you've added, connected, verified, continue and follow me. So we're going to watch my workspace. Well, nope, we're actually going to watch all changes. Then we're going to select my workspace, my company. Next, we're going to filter by the space, and we know that my space is client projects. So we'll quickly jump in there. And then we're going to input status, because for me, it's when the status becomes or is moved to invoice. Okay, cool. Select OK. Then we'll need to choose when this automated workflow begins from. Is it this day moving forward, or do we want to bring some old data from the back? I'm going to leave this as from now on, but feel free to do what you like. Okay, first step done. Now we want to run a test on the scenario so that we can bring in data and make sure everything's working as expected, and also so that we can then map the values to their correct fields in the Xero invoice, that is. So select Run Once in the bottom left. Then ensure that you have made changes on that project tracker or work tracker. And jump back in. And here we can see we've got some data. Now we can see it's good old Billy Bob, and his status is invoice. Nice. So we've pulled through the data successfully. Now on to the next step. Time to connect our Xero account and search for Billy Bob. We're going to search for Billy Bob using the email address. So I've made sure that I have an email field in my work management tool or project tracker that I can connect and say, hey, Xero, this is the same guy. Let's send him an invoice. So you're going to select to add another module or step, and then you're going to search for Xero. Going to select show more because we want to search. We can also search in the bar. We want to search for contacts. We want to make sure that this is an existing client or customer in our Xero account. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, so you'll need to connect your Xero account. I already have. And then Once you've connected, logged in, verified, come back and follow me. So you've connected, you've verified. Now it's time to move through the steps. The search term. I'm going to search instead of task name or person name, I'm going to search instead for their email. So we're going to use this search bar and custom fields, email, bring that in. Now it's time to set this step up or set this module up. So we've got here the search term, which is case insensitive, primary search criteria. So I want to search via the email rather than the actual name, Billy Bob. So I'm going to search email up here. Yep, pop that in. And then we've also got down here additional search criteria. Now you'll have to do this in order to set this step up. So I'm just going to go again, predefined filter and search by the email address and then just pull in the custom field email address there. Okay, you're now searching for your contact. But what if Xero doesn't find the contact? Well, we're going to add a router. So add another module and then search router. And this is basically flow control. You can create multiple paths. So select router and we'll have two different paths, the first and the second. Now, if you could remember, the first was if we didn't find a contact, we wanted to tell Xero, hey, create a contact. And the second was we found them. Let's give them or send them the invoice. So let's do the first row first. We're going to select Xero and then we are going to create a contact, a customer, a client, all the same. We'll choose the same Xero account. Your Xero account will already be connected. So let's move on. We're going to select the name that we want to pull in. And for my example, that's just the task name. Ignore that, which will be Billy Bob for the example data. Now, you'll also want to show advanced settings where you can include the contact number, more details, importantly, an email address, tax file number, all those things that you need to create a customer. But I'm just going to leave them now for this example, and we'll continue on to creating an invoice. So we're going to select this second path and choose Xero. Then we'll create an invoice. So we've got the type, and I'm going to leave that as Bill, and then the contact ID. Because we search for that in this step, we'll just be able to pull it directly in. So let's search. And here we have the contact ID. Insert that and you're away. When the customer or client or contact is found, then it's going to pipe the data into here. It knows that that's the person it should receive. Then you have the ability to pull in your line items here. It's just the same sense of pulling in that value from your work management tool. For me, it would just be the task name, but I'm going to leave this blank for this example so we can quickly finish this off. So that would be all sorted. You have the quantity, unit amount, items, account code, and so on and so forth. Let me just close this for now. We still have step numero uno, which is creating a contact. And this is simple. We've created a contact. Now we just want to create an invoice. And this time we're going to pull in the newly created contact customer ID. We're going to select the contact ID and then again, input your line items. Now again, this automated workflow can work for almost any tool. It just slightly varies on how the data is visualized and used in the process. And you're done. You've built an automated invoicing system. All that's left to do is turn it on. If you need help automating parts of your business, don't hesitate to reach out to us at automationhelpers.com. Our experts are offering a free 30-minute consultation, so book yours today.